I'm the portfolio manager for Skretting, and this is Mahmoud Haidar, aquaculture nutrition manager. And today we are going to record a frequently asked questions because we quite often get the same questions from different partners, and we figured why not record those and answer the most frequently asked questions.
As we have seen, Tanya, there's a lot of products and innovations coming from Skretting. And also one of them is the NutriPond. And the NutriPond is a dedicated feed for pond tilapia farming. Can you let me ask you a few questions that came from the audience and from our listeners?
Yeah.
One of the questions, why can Skretting not create one fish feed for all species?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and one that we get very frequently actually. And it has multiple reasons. There's multiple layers to this answer. The biggest reason why we cannot have a one size fits all for all species is because every species is a bit different. Some species are more carnivorous, others are herbivorous, and when we create fish feeds in Skretting, we try to mimic as much as possible the natural diet of the species. And that means that a tilapia is very much capable of digesting plant raw materials, but a catfish or a sea bass or a sea bream is way more used to digesting animal proteins. So switching those diets means that those species are going to struggle to digest what we put in the diets. In addition to that, the raw materials also have their own flavors. So a diet that has a lot of plant raw materials in it will have a more of a plant flavor. So for a tilapia, a diet that contains a lot of vegetable raw materials is going to be very palatable, very tasty. But to a trout, for instance, that feeds mostly on animal proteins, he is not going to like the smell and the taste of a diet that has a lot of soy or other plant raw materials in it. So there's multiple reasons. It is one that fish are not always going to grow well on each other's diets, and the second one is they're probably not going to eat it very well because they are not going to like the taste of the diet.
Interesting insights. And this brings me to the next question, which is related to what you have said. There is a hot topic of using fish meal, fish oil, and fish feed formulation. Is it always unsustainable choice?
Yeah, well, that's indeed a very good question, and one that in Skretting we put a lot of focus on is on the reduction of using fish meal and fish oil in our formulations as much as possible. And to some extent that is a very good development, but what people sometimes don't realize is that a lot of the fish meal and fish oil that we use in our formulations is actually waste material from wild caught fish that are used for human consumption. So it is the trimmings that come from the wild catch, and that is what we use also for a large part in our fish feed formulation. It also goes into pet food, so into dog food, into cat food, but also in our fish feed formulations for some species. So in that sense, we're using a waste product, and you could then say that that's actually a very sustainable way of dealing with the waste that comes from wild catch.
Thank you for clarifying this. So it means that not always using fish meal and fish oil is unsustainable choice. So thank you very much for your insights and for your experience, and let's talk again in another video and another interview next time.
Yeah, likewise, Mahmoud. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you very much.
I hope we answered some of your frequently asked questions, and if you have any more, then let us know and we'll address them in the next Q&A. Thanks.
Thank you.